Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome to Phobia 1.5. Phobia 1.5 is a story-based first-person survival horror game. Okay. Yeah, pretty brief synopsis right there. Got nothing more to add. Controls seem pretty straightforward. There's no settings menu for graphics and whatnot, but that's okay. There does seem to be a case of no mouse lock for the main menu. The mouse cursor is moving on the desktop alongside the one in the game, so that's a little annoying. Let's see if I can reorient this. Alright, better. Yeah. I don't really need to yap any longer, so without further ado, let's get this right. Begin. Loading. That's a lot of weight. It all began on a rather abnormal day. I had been driving for hours, with still a couple more left to my destination. Being unfamiliar with the area, I took a wrong turn somewhere, which led me to drive for hours in a narrow road with no turning spots. Eventually running out of gas, I set on foot and started to look for shelter from the cold. The road seemed to go on forever, with no sign of life anywhere within miles. Definitely liking the artwork. Finally reaching the end of the road, cold and exhausted, I saw a roof of a house appearing from behind the trees. It was a mansion. It looked like the place hadn't been touched for decades. When I opened the front door, my suspicions of the place being abandoned were confirmed. Disappointed for not getting the help I was looking for, but also relieved to get shelter from the freezing wind, I stepped in. Alright. No more mouse lock problems, so that's good. Yeah, I imagine that was just exclusive to the main menu. Very minor issue that was pretty much a non-issue to begin with, but I digress. And the place is looking pretty monochrome. Ah, right. Nope. Getting a strangest feeling of deja vu. Oh yeah, lean mechanic. Thoughts. Yeah, pretty empty in my head right now, it would seem. Kind of misty. That's supposed to be rotten bread or meat or something. I can't really determine what that is. One thing's for sure, it's probably very spoiled. As Bruce Lee would say, "Wata?" Assuming the taps are even running. I'm gonna try my best to not mumble too much. I do have the audio turned down a bit. Let's confirm I actually do have this. Ah, shit. Okay, I gotta hit the pause button before I tab out, otherwise the fucking mouse is locked in the middle of the screen. Yeah, lowered it to 80. So if I just normally talk, yeah, the mixer, audio mixer on OBS seems to have the desktop audio and my microphone audio equalized. Ah, jeez. No sensitive eyes. It's stuck. However, it seems weak, and I could probably pry it open with a tool of some kind. Just use your shoulder, worm. But as I was saying, yeah, I know I have a tendency to mumble. You know, listening on playback whenever I edit my recordings for YouTube videos. I do tend to be pretty quiet. Box of matches. Yes. And I can't use them by themselves. It's too dark to see anything. I don't know how you go wandering out there without any light. Most of the house is too dark to explore. Need to find a way to get the power on. Power. Overwhelming. Ah, jeez. Well, only so many places to go if I don't feel like bumbling around in the dark. Did I actually interact with this? No. Nothing with the cabinets. 1, 2, 3. So is it 9 in the morning or 9 at night? Considering it's pretty bright outside, I like to wager it's morning. Assuming that's the hour hand. Yeah, I think it is. I just kind of love this, I don't know what you label it as, stereotype, archetype, where people just have a bunch of bookshelves of books lined up. Kind of makes you wonder, is this just for novelty? Is this for display? It's like, look at me, I'm so big brain, I have all these books. But how many spines have been cracked open, I wonder? Or creases in the spine to let you know it's actually, these books have actually been opened. Something they don't really think about all that much. Like, obviously this is to prop up the environment, which coincidentally also serves as novelty to add flair to the type of person who lives here too, but yeah, this is just filler. I do need that. And I don't feel like picking that up. Okay. That seems like a waste of matches. Just take the fucking thing with you. Gameplay logic 101. I like that being on a loop. You can hear it cut off for a moment and then it restarts. Can't see shit in this mist. Power switch. Cool. Good old gamer fuel. Okay. What a suspicious looking door. It seems to be locked from the other side. How is that possible? Somebody... So, other side maybe is locked from within? Because it seems locked here, too. Whatever, I'm not going to read too much into that. Oh, what is kind of strange is that you're not noticing the marks, or whatever this red stain appears to be. Oh. Keypad. I wonder what it's for. I don't have a combination though. 0451. Oh yeah, I like how you can clearly tell there's something that appears unique to this quote-unquote wall. Not so much a wall as it is a door. Alright. Starting to get cold. I should look around the place and see if I can warm up the place. Or I should look around the house and see if I can warm up the place. Sizzle, sizzle. It's getting late, and I'm tired from driving the whole day. I should look for a bed to sleep in. Well, before me, myself, and I do that, let's just explore this place a bit more. In my surroundings. Man, what a thin shelf this is. I don't know what the hell you could stack here. Fuckhead. This is so sad. Yeah, it just sleeps around. Okay. Attic. Oh, budge. Lore, a note. I might be getting paranoid. Even installed a word lock to the tool cabinet. Feel like I'm too careful sometimes, which might just be a good thing. Considering the importance of my work, I just need to remember the password. Uh-huh. Am I supposed to find that note early on like this? That's something I haven't really thought about before, is how notes are laid out. I get the feeling, you know, it being a story-based game, that if you want lore made available to the player over time, you want to make sure the notes are in order so you don't feel like you're kind of reading the series of events that transpire through notes, I assume. To be consistent. You know, so it doesn't feel like you're confusing the player. You know, one event that happens, and then there's another event that happens, but it seems like it's something that would happen prior to that other note you read, yada yada. Well, I didn't notice anything else to read, so I said we're safe. Who dat? Report number 27, August 20th, 1967. Moving to this house was for the best for the experiment. I have done a lot of progress ever since. The place is perfectly in the middle of nowhere, out of any distractions or any curious eyes. Though it gets a little lonely out here from time to time, but the experiment is too important for such minor emotions. Whatever you say, Slim Jim. That's locked, so it's another path I didn't notice. Oh, I didn't read this. Old newspaper. Nurse gone missing from a local hospital yesterday evening. Police is suspecting kidnapping. Probably something to do with that experiment. Oh, wow. You were pretty well hidden. It's so easy to miss that. That was definitely out of the way. I think, yeah, I looped around here, but I didn't do it the opposite direction, because if I looped this way, I definitely would have noticed that. Okay. Was this a door that was locked or couldn't budge? Oh, unlocked. Oh. Rest, my beloved. Hold on, I gotta read some more. Report number 42, February 19th, 1968. The mixture seems to be too powerful for the rats. I'll have to find something bigger as a test subject. Like a nurse? No, report 54, March 07, 1968. The mixture still lacks a few ingredients, but I'm running out of my budget funds. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere with the experiments, and it's too important to be dropped because of this. I'll have to think of something. Oh, well and dandy, but gotta catch those Z's. Yum. Now I'm gonna have to entertain some phlegm in my throat for a while. It's always fun. Oh, intonation. What is that noise? There's the wind. Am I taking the long way? Fuck, I forgot where the basement was. I probably did. Are you Jesus. Okay. The noise stopped now. It could have been anything, like just some animal scratching the pipes, rats in the walls, or just noises of the old house. Whatever it was, it stopped now. Should try and get some more sleep. Ah! Why that? The door jump scared me. I get the feeling as I make my way back, the noise is gonna ramp up again. Or not. I'm probably gonna get awoken by it again, though. Or not. Hopefully I had a good rest. I never slept as poorly as I just did. I need to find a way to get into the rest of the rooms of the house. It's bound to be fuel somewhere in here. Well, there's that one door that couldn't budge, and there's that other one in that long hallway. Now let's go see what's new. Is that always missing? Probably. That's still locked. Do I care to see anything new in the basement? Oh, what the fuck? It looks like there was a key hiding under the firewood. The firewood burned off and revealed it. Alright. Well, I guess I'll go back over here. Unlock it. Garage. It's just what I was looking for. Now let there be fuel. Hold on, I gotta read. My info dumps are more important. Port number 78, April 2nd, 1968. I had an incident at the hospital yesterday. I was getting some supplies when I got caught in the act by a nurse. I guess it was just a matter of time, even if it was the last installment I needed. I can't afford to go to prison. Can't afford to waste any time. Can't afford for anyone knowing about the experiment. I couldn't risk my life's work, so I brought her here. Uh-huh. Map of the house. Mm-hmm. It's all well and good, but, oh. So there's something to the left. Wasn't that where the attic was, though? Alright. Metal cabinet is locked with a puzzle of some kind. I have no fucking idea. Let me select them out of words, or letters, spell out of words, so I don't feel like stress testing that right now, or process of elimination. Okay. It's all well and great, but, oh, tab is the fucking frame right on the top left. Okay. Was there a note somewhere that had a specific word laid out? Yeah, I'm not a puzzle savant. I don't really go out of my way to play games that have a great deal of puzzles on them, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Is that the clue to figure out what the word is in this note. Alright, now I'm gonna go back. And I guess the fault is on me because I didn't test out all the possible words that could have been spelled out. Since there was only a handful of words that can be spelled here. But yeah. This is the word. Paranoid. It tracks, you know, I just, yeah. This puzzle is pretty much the embodiment of why I don't like puzzles, because that was, in my opinion, very vague. Like, it all makes sense once all the dots are connected, but it's easy to say that once all the dots are connected. Because then you can, begin to see how it's justified. I was walking around for like 10 minutes losing my fucking marbles with that. Ugh. I don't mind puzzles in games, but if I can... Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be spending a great deal of time giving myself a headache. I should have just looked up the solution to that a lot sooner, because it felt like, you know, I was being dumb, I didn't notice something that should have been obvious, but see, that's the problem, is that wasn't exactly obvious to me. It doesn't even have to be obvious, it's just there wasn't really much of an indication that's what it would have been spelled as. But again, like I said, that was on me because I didn't think to test out all... I mean, how could I have even known what words would have been spelled off that, too? It's just, yeah. I feel like most people would probably not do well with that. But that's just my 2 cents. All right, at least we can continue the game now, and the more traditional aspects of the horror can play out without the horror of fucking going insane, trying to figure out the fucking solution to the puzzle. There was no fuel in the garage. I don't know what to do now. It's starting to get cold. Should light up the fireplace again. Well, one thing at a time. Because at least now I know where to go to progress the game moving forward. Froze. The old crowbar broke in the process. Darn. Oh. Fire. Yoinkies. What's this? A note. Report number 96, June 12th, 1968. The mixture seems to have rather strange side effects. The test subject has started to forget things. It's not just amnesia either. She's forgetting everything. Report 107, August 19th, 1968. The test subject has forgotten just about everything. Where she is, who she is, or even what she is. The mixture seems to destroy brain cells. Some of the side effects are also extreme aggression and mutation. Lovely. Yeah, well, I got all my fucking brain cells working. I couldn't figure that fucking puzzle out to save my life. Am I also afflicted by this mixture? I'm surprised I don't want this, considering the attic is a thing that I probably want to explore. But I guess that's not the main character's priority right now. There's a ladder there. Oh, better. While it's still warm, I should try and get some sleep and think about my next move tomorrow. Yeah, give my brain a rest after all that. I go this way. Hello. Hello, hello. And goddamn noise again. Well, that was knocking first as if somebody was at the door, now it's a scraping sound effect again. I think it's just the same gosh darn sound as before. The fuck? Bunch. Now you want me to go the scenic route. Okay. What the fuck? Stopped. Oh, what the hell? One thing is not like the other. nightmare, quote unquote. Today, Junior. I always find it amusing how games made. Couldn't let me finish my thought, could you? Just fucking crashed. I was gonna say that loading times for older games really shouldn't be a concern if better hardware is released in the future. That if you played said older games, things would load faster. But I think it's just a matter of the game's optimization to begin with. I hope I can continue off that. Bizarre. I don't know what could be causing that to crash. Modern hardware a little too good for this indie game. Being too efficient is actually counterintuitive. I think I have to play the sequence out again. Okay. Okay, good. Not sure what that was all about. Jeez, you know, getting stuck on a fucking puzzle and now the game crashing on the loading screen. What more can this game throw at me? What a horrible nightmare. It felt so real. Yeah, I was just, that crash was also fake too. Should just take my meds. Okay. Let me guess, if I go downstairs and check, that actually did happen. Didn't it? Gazooks. What the? It was just a dream. ... Maybe you have an out-of-body experience. Something was locked in here, and it got out. There's something in the house with me. More. Addict. Is that a drawing referring to a hatch of some kind? I wonder. I probably have to go investigate the attics, then I can go and get the ladder. Interesting hue and texture for the blood. Kind of seems like that's texture on metal when it starts to wear down or rot, or whatever the appropriate word is. Oh, dead rats. There's like something that's been feeding them. Shit, I thought that was just part of the environment. They might as well be. They're pretty flat. They are flat. Rats are a flat texture too. But yeah, like metallic surfaces when they. I don't know what the right word is for wearing down. Rust. That's what I'm thinking of. When they start to rust, they kind of have that red look to them. So, is there a passive NPC mucking about now, or what? Okay, fucking vine boom over here. So what's the dealio? Julio? Oh. Is this ambience? Feels like that. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so the door opening was real, but the footsteps outside, or they were very clearly outside. I think. It sounds like walking on snow. Does not sound like walking on wood. You just despawn after a while. It did open up that door that wasn't available before. We're just camping the fucking stairs. What am I supposed to do about that? So I have to click to the attic and it's gonna climb up there. Well, I'm not sure if it starts moving in my direction if I run. I don't know how things play out in this. Play enough games with NPCs, you start to learn things about nodes and half meshes and all that shit. Obviously, that sort of meta knowledge to kind of not exactly dilute things, but it does make dealing with quote-unquote threats predictable. A ladder. Yes. Shove it up my ass. Wow. Oh, Mr. Streamer, you're supposed to shriek like a little girl. I'll shriek at fucking convoluted puzzles more than some derpy-looking monster chasing me. That's some cliche horror movie. That's for damn sure. So what's so gosh darn important up here? Why did the drawing lead me here? What is the person who drew it trying to show me? Maybe showing you the fuel. Ah. That's just a lovely thing about horror is that usually leaves you with more questions than answers. That's kind of a thing with horror too, isn't it? The less you know, the less you understand, the more terrifying stuff is. That reminds me of that Quarry movie. There's light coming from behind this cabin. Mimi Strongman. What's this? Cat? It's all well and good. Well, I knew where that went. I think I know, question mark, maybe not, I don't know. Oh. Alright. Wow. Let's just deal with that real quick. Report number 153, November 15, 1968. I'm definitely infected by the mixture. I was driving somewhere, I don't for the life of me remember where, when just suddenly I simply forgot how to drive. Just all of a sudden, any knowledge of how to operate a car vanished from my mind, causing me to crash the damn thing in a ditch somewhere. Seems like I'm stuck in here now. I need to start working on some kind of an antidote and fast. Report 154, November whatever, 1968. Why didn't I work on an antidote when the test subject started showing the symptoms? Whoever it is, or was, or wherever I got it from. All of my knowledge of the mixture is fading out of my mind, and I need to read back my reports in order to manufacture the antidote. It doesn't make it any easier with the reports being scattered all around the place. Report 155. I'm finished. I can't continue working on the antidote because I forgot the code for the lab door. Why is there a code even? Why is the lab hidden in a basement? What experiment can be so important that I went as far as using a human as a test subject? What was this experiment even? Good question. You never really alluded to that in your notes either. There's a hidden laboratory in the basement. It doesn't sound welcoming, but it might be worth to have a look. If I have any options either. Maybe there's some fuel down there. Why do I get the feeling the music is going to stop playing? And a door immediately opens. Like I said earlier, you get a feel for how shit. Get a feel for how the NPC operates. You get a feel for how the story or the gameplay plays out too. Come on, I've played a lot of games in my life. You tend to pick up a few patterns here and there. Or you recognize some patterns here and there. Alright, here's hoping it doesn't crash this time. Ouchies. I appear to be wounded. Feels like I broke something, but it appears I survived the drop. At least that thing didn't jump after me. That hidden laboratory is the only place I haven't searched yet. The code for the door has to be written down in here somewhere. You know, I never went in that fucking room where it came out of. Why did I not do that? I was so fixated on the attic that I went down for the ladder I completely forgot about that room. God damn it. Well, some kind of a medical science dedicated to someone named Edward Rupert Frankfeld. Well, that would be the villain in question. Note. Report number 156. Need to keep writing these down to remind myself. Fortunately, I had the code written down somewhere. Can't remember where anymore, but I also just wrote it down on a note because I can't seem to memorize it. But where's the note now? I'm sure I left it in the dining room somewhere. Nope. Torn out note. Blah, 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 blah. Knowing me, the lab must have something fire exit somewhere, but even if I remembered where it was, I doubt I could get in that way. Must have had a fire exit somewhere, I guess. Alright, well. Dining room. That's my next stop. Come on. Oh, hey, yeah, this is part of the room that wasn't, or was now available. Now it's all available. Yeah, there it is. Had an accident in the lab today. I was trying to give another dose for the test subject. When even being tied up, she managed to knock the needle off my hands. I think I might have gotten a small drop of it in my eye. I went to wash it immediately after that, so it's probably nothing. How little he knew. Just a flesh wound. Just a scratch. I guess I'm not going back up that way. Is the asshole still roaming? Is this the dining room? I don't know. Where is this room over here? No, that still remains. Okay. Ah, come on, please don't fucking eat my ass again. Dining room. God, it really is frustrating when I exhaust all options. Try to. And it just leaves me in this position where I have no choice but to look something up. I really don't like doing that, because it's nice to figure things out for myself, but if I can't figure something else out, but if I can't figure something out, then so what else can I do? I didn't exactly want to drop this game. I want to see it to the end. Is this not the dining room? Or was that map? Hold on. Yeah, that is the dining room. That was the kitchen. Something to do with a shelf, maybe? Ah, Jesus. Oh, hold on. This is the dining room. Oh. Is it in a fucking book here? There's something behind this bookshelf. Are you fucking kidding me? I looked to the sides of this shit and you didn't give me the prompt, but I have to look directly on it. Oh my god, it's just, this type of stuff just really insults player intelligence, man. Why would the fucking eye prompts not be on the whole shelf itself? Did I even know? No, I feel like I would have noticed the massive fucking eyeball image in the middle of my screen as I went to the sides. I'm gonna have to go back in the playback and see if I actually missed it. Hey, what do you know? Just this weird fucking hidden room just to hold one fucking piece of note. I found the code. I had it written down behind my self-portrait. I need to write it down immediately. The code is that. Scripted sequence. The moment you start, the moment you stop reading that, suddenly this asshole's come out to play. I assume from that fucking boom sound effect. Let me guess. Back up here. So which way is this bozo coming from? Why does that sound like it's on snow? I don't agree with how that sounds. Like, you see how I sound when I'm on wood, but you don't just hear this fucking Edward, I guess. Moving. Oh, it must be referring to this painting, but the code isn't behind it. Is it behind the canvas then? I need something to cut it open. Ah, Jesus. Well, there was a pretty obvious knife in the kitchen, so I guess we'll go down for that. Whoa, you're right on my ass. Did I even do anything? Maybe it did. Bonked it right on its nose. By it, I mean Edward. Of course, I do need to get back there. Blade seems dull, but this kitchen knife should still be able to cut the canvas off that thing. Yes, swing. I did not open that. Oh. So he's trying to run through the wall. feeling you do despawn. Somebody was roaming that area. It would be nice if I could hack. You move pretty fast when you're not actively chasing me. Are you actually trying to camp that? Okay. That would be. Ah! Dude, I need this asshole to get down there. Risky. Alright, I should have breathing room here. Slice him and dice him. Does that say? 1930, whatever. Okay. Is that when this guy was born? Alright, let's make sure to actually go the right way down here. Alright, trial and error. / process of elimination. 1936. 1930. Four. It's the last digit. That's pretty spicy looking door for this sort of environment. Laboratory, I guess. How the hell would you be able to fucking do all this on your own building this place in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? And it crashed a second time. Runtime error 502. Image does not exist at line 46649. Image number equals 533. Lovely. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. Ah, please. I feel like I'm nearing the end here. I don't want to have to deal with more and more crashes. Okay, good. Seems like the more I progress in this game, there seems to be a higher chance of it crashing. I don't know what engine this game runs off of. I couldn't tell in the files. I only really skimmed the files, so yeah. This place gives me the creeps. How did a single person achieve all of this? And for what purpose? Actually, I don't really care. All I want is some fuel for me to get out of this awful nightmare. I should search the place thoroughly. Who knows, maybe I'll just find another crash. Haha. It says that it's a fire exit and the door will open only in case of emergency. Define emergency. We're stuck on its place, so I'm strong enough to force it. Still have the knife with me. I wonder if it's sturdy enough to pry this open. Let me guess, it breaks. Maybe not. Interesting vent texture right there. Ah, fucking thigh is itchy all of a sudden. Ugh, itchy. Ah! It's so itchy, it kind of hurts. God damn it. Yeah, I love ventilation layouts where it just kind of leads you to a dead end. It's not really so much a vent as it is just a fucking pseudo maze. Well, that was helpful. Well, it's gonna lead me to somewhere that wasn't accessible earlier. Isn't that just the start? Oh no, it's the room that was blocked. Okay, good. A note. I don't even know why I'm writing this. I just feel the need. I've been locking the doors for some reason. I feel like hiding something. I'm locking myself in the something basement, behind the metal door. Something is about to happen to me. I don't know what, I don't remember, I don't want to hurt anybody. The metal door is operated by electricity. It won't open without power once I have locked it from the other side. Turning the power out now. All along, for decades it was locked behind that metal door in the basement, and I let it out by switching the power back on. Ain't that a bitch? Like how the door needed to open twice. Also from the feminine scream. And it's fair to say that's the nurse. Who just had to unfortunately come across this guy stealing shit. Periodic table. Must be the test subject. What a horrible fate. Okay. It's all well and dandy, but I'm looking for some fuel. Can't believe this. It's a canister full of fuel. I know. We don't want to grab a couple extras on the road. Ah, shit. Fuel, great, finally. I have to get the hell out of here. Whatever's in the cylinder is highly explosive and need to go in before the whole place blows up. So must have pried it open. Where's that emergency door? I thought he hit something from the ceiling. I didn't realize he hit some fucking cylinder to his left. Okay. Rather anticlimactic. What comedy stock sounds to be thrown into the scene? Note. 496, 12th of June, 1968. The mixture seems to have rather strange side effects. Such. Oh, I already fucking read this. Just Barely made it out of there. Now I just have to get out the front door and I'm out of here. Hopefully that thing blew up along with that lab of his. Ah! Physics. The explosion has caused extensive damage to the house, making it dangerous to travel through. Need to be careful. I get the feeling falling down that it's GG's, so guess I'm going this way. So I get the feeling I do need to go that way. Yeah, I can't go through the foyer over here. Good job. Okay. What the fuck? Jesus. Yeah, like you can't squeeze through that. Come on. Oh. I was about to fall down there, too. On the extra mile there, aren't we? I don't want to go that way. What? That served no purpose for me at all. Huh? The hell am I missing? Ass stubborn eyelashes back. Yeah, dropping down that is no fun. I completely forgot about the lean mechanic. Yeah, I realized this as I was making my way back from the second crash. Is you honestly just tanked the fucking asshole. Ah, there's more of this place. Jeez. And all of people's first thoughts would be to run away. But since the monster doesn't outright kill you, and again, the NPC not being that clever in how it operates, so you can understand how it works out pretty quick. Ah, it doesn't seem as threatening. Go, go. When I got out of the house, I ran as fast as I could. I didn't even stop for a second to turn around and check if that thing went after me. I didn't care about exhaustion. I just ran until I was out of my car again. Quickly after that, I got the car running and I was back on the road again. The more distance I got from the house, the more relieved I felt. I headed to the nearest town to finally have some rest, and to tell everyone about this nightmare hidden in the woods, so no other unlucky person could stumble in it. Because I know I'll never recover from the horrors I experienced in there. Yeah, maybe it'll get you some phobias. 1.5. Cool. Oh, FPS creator. That never, I never considered that. I forgot that was an engine. Okay. Password 2236. Oh, is that for the... There's a locked... I think it's a locked folder in the directory where I installed this stuff. Alright. Cool.